Hi everyone, my name is Gerard and today I'm going to be talking about time maxing, the concept of maximizing your time. As the name suggests, time maxing is about maximizing your time, which in turn maximizes your opportunities. What I'm going to be discussing in today's video is the 3 best practices that I myself use to maximize my time. I do believe that I am on the path of slowly improving my time management. That's what I would like to impart in this video, the knowledge that I like to impart to you. Time is quite literally money. Take compound interest for example. If you invest $1,000 at a 5% interest rate for just 1 year, you end up with $1,050. If you invested that amount but kept it there for 10 years, it goes up to $1,628.29. You keep it for another 10 years, so 20 years in total, and it goes up to $2,640 approximately. If you put it there for 30 years, it grows to over $4,300. And if you use that concept of compounding in time maxing, you could accomplish so much more if you had a little bit more time every day. Think about it. If you have an hour more every single day, what could you do with it? Maybe spend more time with your friends or family. Those little things, they add up. And let's say you decided to invest your time in learning a skill, whether it's cooking, whether it's reading a book. That extra hour every day accumulates to 365 hours in a year. That's 365 hours of learning how to cook. That's 365 hours of spending time at the gym to get stronger and fitter. That's why I believe time maxing is so crucial. Now I'm going to be talking about the 3 main concepts that I personally use to maximize my time and to make time maxing incorporated in my life. And this will include examples as well. The first thing that I believe helps you get ahead in time maxing is goal setting. You want to hit a 225 bench press? Set the goal. You want to dunk a basketball? Set that goal. You want to learn a new language? Set that goal. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So when you set a SMART goal, like wanting to bench press 225 pounds, you're really going to need to break it down to the nitty-gritty. What's your current level? And set yourself a time target to achieve that goal. Because I've experienced it personally where when I go to the gym sometimes in the past, I would literally just go there and lift weights. I wouldn't even think about tracking them. I wouldn't even thinking about, setting progressive goals. No, I just went there, did my thing and left. And while that's better than just staying at home and spending time browsing mindlessly on social media, the fact is, I just had that goal of benching 225 in my head with no real progression and no real relevant goals that I could track my steps. For example, my current bench press is my 1 rep max is about 190 pounds. If I just go and bench 155 pounds every single day, I'm not going to progress. I have to set specific goals. Maybe I'm going to bench 155 pounds for 3 sets of 5. The next time I bench, I'm going to bench 160 and I'm going to try for 3 sets of 5. Progressively overloading and setting that time target. Maybe I want to hit 225 by the end of the year, which means I have, from approximately May, I have 7 to 8 months to increase my strength by 35 pounds for the bench press. That's just one example. The next thing I'd like to cover about in time maxing today is prioritization. Prioritization is basically ordering tasks that you need to do based on the urgency, the priority, and what importance it has to you. So tying back to the concept of goal setting, my goal is to get a defined athletic physique, have a clear-cut 6-pack. I have to prioritize training, diet, sleep. What is lower on the priority would then be things like mindlessly scrolling on social media, eating sugar or junk food excessively. That's just an example of how prioritizing can help you maximize your time in trying to achieve your goals. At the same time, life isn't always fair. It's always changing, it's chaotic, things can happen. And that's up to our own respective selves to assess the situation and delegate priorities accordingly. For example, different people have different priorities. So I'd like you to ask yourself, what is your priority? And how are you going to help it tie to your goals? The final piece of the puzzle in TimeMaxxing is time management. And I know that it sounds so simple, managing your own time, but trust me, I myself am not the best at time management. I have gotten so much better over the past few years, and that's why I'd like to share about my tips on how I'd like to tackle time management, as well as some areas of improvement of what I know I should be doing, but what I'm not doing. One example of time management is choosing things to do, delegating those tasks. Again, it ties back to prioritization and goals. These three work in conjunction with one another. For example, with managing my time, let's just say I know that I have a lot of things to do the back of my plate. I know that I have to renew my license registration. I know that I have to buy groceries. I know that I have to go to the bank to sort out some personal errands. I also know that I've got a gym training session with my friend. Now, tying back to my prioritization and my goals, I would go straight to the gym to reach my goal of getting the six-pack and to hang out with my friends, to get stronger, to get fitter. It's a great time. We go home, then guess what? I'm home now. I haven't renewed my license. I haven't gone to the bank. I haven't bought groceries. These things, because I didn't manage my time well, was pushed on to the next day. Whereas if I had completed everything on my plate today, tomorrow I'd have an empty plate. I'd be able to fill in more responsibilities. Let's say Reimi wanted me to help her with one of her assignments. I could help her. If a friend from another city, another country visited here, he's asking me, hey man, I just visited you. I'd like to hang out. But the deadline for the renewal of the license is tomorrow, for example. I needed to go to the bank to cash in a check and now I don't have the funds for it, for example. These little things of managing your time go a long way. One of the things that I found really helpful and effective for myself was meal prep. Again, I am a gym bro at heart, so with meal prep, I cook my meal for tonight as well as tomorrow and maybe tomorrow's dinner too. And at the same time, I soak my oats in milk overnight so that tomorrow I don't have to worry about breakfast, I don't have to worry about lunch, all because I did those things. And trust me when I say this, when you meal prep, you save so much time. Imagine you decided to meal prep your meals for the whole of next week. And let's say it takes you on average 1 hour to cook a meal. There's 2 meals in a day. If you had the capacity to cook as much as possible that same time, that same day, maybe it would take more than an hour, maybe it would take 2-3 hours because of all the preparation, the cleaning, the cooking. But spending that 3 hours to meal prep for the whole week could potentially save you over 10 hours by spending 3 hours at first. So I hope this video was useful for you. It's basically just a platform for me to share my thoughts, and I was encouraged and challenged by one of my great friends, and I've also been telling some other friends as well as my girlfriend Reimi. I've been telling them about how I have always wanted to start my self-improvement journey as well as share my progress for my self-improvement journey as time goes on. So I am trying to practice what I preach. I'd like to thank you for your time and patience if you made it to the end. Special thanks to my parents, Reimi, my great friends, you know who you are. Thank you for watching, and I will look to post more regularly, so stay tuned and have a good one.